Hi, my Andola ladies. It's good to be with you even from a distance. I am recording this flow for you and just for you ladies. So I know that we've been working a lot on our shoulder strengthening in our Pincha pose, so this is a flow just for that. So if you have your blocks with you, which I guess you should because you're at home, please do get those. Those will come in handy. And yeah, this is going to be a pretty sweaty flow, so get ready for a workout. I hope you're all keeping well and safe and healthy. Also, if you would like, I am unable to multitask on the music front, so if you have another device, you can put on a playlist. I can even try to send you a playlist from Spotify if you have it. Other than that, yeah, we'll just get started today. And I hope you enjoy the flow with me. So let's come to your mat. Great. We're going to start in child's pose today. So let the fingertips melt out to the top of the mat and the forehead can come down as well. And with everything rushing around in your head right now, let's just slowly start to set those things aside, to set it away from your mat and away from the space that you're in. And start to dedicate your practice here. Great, you might bring a little bit more awareness into your body and into noticing what sensations are going on in your body, whether that's in your low back or in your hips, in your fingers, even in your forehead. Bring more attention to your breath, inhaling through the nose and exhaling. Great, continue to inhale through the nose and exhale. Great, last time, let's take our nice Ujjayi breath, inhale through the nose, constrict the back of the throat, and exhale. Great. We'll walk your fingertips over to the right edge of your mat, and then bring your left hand over to meet them, pressing into that left hip until you feel a nice stretch in the side body. Breathe in, open your body as you breathe. All right, we'll walk your fingertips back through center. Take them over to the left edge of your mat. Bring your right hand over on top to meet, and then press into that right hip. Slow, even breath. Great, let's bring it back through center here. Press the forehead and the palms down into the mat. And then you might even start to raise the hands overhead in prayer as you press the elbows down into the mat, getting a stretch into the upper back. All right, let's bring the palms down to the mat. Raise up onto your hands and knees. Roll the shoulders back and down. Keep the hips over the knees, and then we're going to let the fingertips melt forward to come into puppy pose. Great practice for opening the shoulders. Your shoulders for Pincha need to be strong, but also need to be limber. So this is helping with opening of the shoulders. All right, let's bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Curl the toes under, and then let's lift into down dog. Great, take a nice Juicy down dog here. Find your perfect length between your hands and your feet and maybe start to pedal out your down dog. Great, slowly coming to your static dog, pressing the backs of the heels towards the back of your room and engaging that low core in and up and pressing down into the index finger and thumb as you wrap your triceps underneath your body. So lots of counterbalance and counter pulling, stretching and pulling. Downer dog is such a great pose. Alright, now we're going to take your right hand to your left shin or ankle, taking a twist and looking up underneath that shoulder. Bring it back through center. Let's go through the other side. Left hand to right shin and look up underneath the arm. Back through center. Alright, walk the toes up towards the top of your mat. Hip distance apart, exhale to your forward fold over the legs. Let your head release down. Take a no effort required forward fold. Alright, now we're going to bend both of our knees and then extend them again. Bend. And extend. Feel free to inhale as you bend. And exhale, extend. Now we're going to bend one knee. Keep the other leg straight. Keep one hand down on a mat. Or if you have your block and that feels better, you can place your hand on your block. Lift the left hand to the sky. Nice stretch along your left side body. This feels really nice. Alright, release both hands down to the mat. If you used a block, let's move it to the other side. We'll bend your left knee, plant your left hand, and then twist to the right. Right, both hands down to the mat. You can move your block to the side. Feet should still be hip distance apart. You can take your legs straight or bent, and then we'll interlace the fingers behind the back and open up the chest. Trying to bring the weight forward into the toes, letting the chest open up here. Alright, slowly releasing your bind and letting the fingertips fall down to the mat. Inhale, we're going to elongate the spine. Keep it flat. That can be on the ground on blocks or on your shins. Exhale, forward fold. Bend the knees here, and then we'll slowly roll all the way up through standing. Roll the shoulders back and down. Chin comes up. Great. Inhale the hands overhead. Press the palms together. Take the gaze up. And then take a hold of your right wrist with your left hand, and then we'll lean over to the left side. Alright, inhale through center. Exhale, let's go to the right side, taking hold of your left wrist. Inhale through center. Exhale, let's bring your left hand down to your left side body and reach your right hand over, creating a crescent shape with the body. Inhale through center, and then bring the right hand down to your right side body. Lift the left hand over the ear. Alright, inhale back through center. Palms come up, gaze towards the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look and lengthen. Exhale, plant the hands down on the mat, and then we'll step it back to a plank. Press into the palms here and bring that low belly up away from the mat. And then slow and controlled, let's come down to the mat like you're doing a chaturanga. All the way down. Great. All right, locust pose here. Let's plant the tops of your hands down on the mat. On your inhale, let's start to lift head, neck, and shoulders, but the toes press firmly down into the mat, and the shoulders are rolled down and back. We're focusing on lengthening through the crown of the head instead of lifting the chin. Still breathing here. All right, bring it back down, let the shoulders roll forward, and you can place a cheek on your mat. All right, one more time. Let's place those tops of the hands on your mat. On your inhale, slowly lift, roll the shoulders back and down. Maybe this time interlacing the fingers behind the back and opening up the chest. Again, we're still focusing on elongating through the crown of the head. Now, if you're feeling okay here, you might be able to lift the toes. We're trying to keep the toes close or touching, and we're lengthening through the toes and through the crown of the head. Without releasing, keep those feet up. We're going to place the hands right underneath the shoulders. Roll the shoulders back and down and squeeze the shoulder blades together. All right, and then full big movement. Press all the way up into up dog. Exhale back to down dog. Great job. Taking a couple of centering breaths here in your down dog. Remember that low core sucks in and up. We're super engaged in the core. All right, on your next inhale, let's slide it forward into a plank. Slowly lower down to the mat. Take the hands out to a T. And then we're going to roll over to, let's start with our left side. We're going to roll over to our left side, keeping that shoulder flat to the mat. Only going until it feels good for your body. And that'll look different for every person. Maybe bending that back leg. That's an option. Or if you want to, you might be able to bring your peace fingers around your big toe and extend that leg. That'll depend on your flexibility. All right, if you bound, let's release the leg, bring it back through center. And let's go for the other side here, sliding over to the right. You might bend your back leg. And you might catch the toe. These are all options. All right, release the toe. Let's bring it back through center. Low cobra, lift the head, neck, and shoulders and place the hands right underneath the shoulders. Squeeze the elbows together. The toes are firmly planted on the mat. On the next inhale, full big movement all the way to upward dog. And exhale to downward dog. Great job. Already feeling warm. This is great. Inhale, step it up to the top of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. And exhale through heart center. Great. 3 sun salutation A. And feel free to take all of your modifications or variations that you are used to or that your body is saying that you should take today. Inhale, let's come to mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look and lengthen. Exhale to plank. Moving through a vinyasa that feels good to you. Maybe that's on your knees today. Always taking our breaths here in down dog. Inhale, looking forward, maybe taking 2 big steps this time. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise, mountain pose. And exhale through heart center. Great, let's keep going. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look and lengthen. Exhale, step to a plank or to straight to chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back down dog. All right. Inhale, maybe bend the knees and spring it forward, or you can always step. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. And exhale through heart center. Last one. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look and lengthen. Exhale, move to your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, back down dog. All right, inhale, spring or step forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale through heart center. Sun salutation B, straight into it. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look and lengthen. Exhale, move through a vinyasa. All right, let's start with our right leg. Right leg goes high, 3-legged dog. Exhale, plant the foot up in between the hands, and this time we're going to let the back knee fall down. Let's inhale into low lunge. Letting the hips sink down. All right, bring the hands down to frame the front foot. Curl the back toe under, move through a vinyasa here. Exhale, back down dog. Left leg, inhale, 3-legged dog on the left. Exhale, plant the foot up in between the hands. Back knee falls down, inhale, low lunge. All right, hands down to frame the front foot. Curl the back toe under, move through a vinyasa here. Exhale, back down dog. All right, inhale, step, hopper, jump to the top. Inhale, exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, come through standing. Great. One more round of that. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look and lengthen. Exhale, move through a vinyasa. Right leg goes high. Exhale, plant it forward in between the hands. Back knee falls down, inhale, low lunge. This time, interlace the hands behind the back. We're gonna open up the chest here in our low lunge. Maybe letting the chin come towards the sky. And maybe letting those palms float down the thigh, the back of the thigh. All right, let's come to frame that front foot. Bring both of the hands to the inside of your foot and then heel toe your foot to the outside of your mat. Lizard lunge here. You might sway side to side or forward and back. Maybe even open up your knee to the side. Wherever you are, curl the back toe under, lift up, and then we'll bring it back through a vinyasa here. Trying not to scrape the mat as you bring your foot back. Left side here, left leg goes three-legged dog. Exhale, plant the foot up in between the hands. Back knee falls down. Inhale, low lunge. Great. Interlace the hands behind the back, maybe taking the opposite grip, and we'll open up the chest here. All right, frame the front foot and then bring the left hand to the inside, heel toe the left foot to the outside of your mat, lizard lunge. You might open up the knee to the side, might sway side to side, whatever feels good. All right, curl the back toe under, lift that back knee, use the core to plant the left foot back in plank and then move through a vinyasa. Exhale, back down dog. Great job, 5 breaths. You can always come down to your child's pose. All right, inhale, step, hop, or jump to the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair. And exhale through standing. Great job. Let's take the hands to the waist. If they're not already, heel toe the feet to the outside of your hip points, right underneath the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Now you guys know your tipping point by now, so come to that point where your back is flat. Maybe that's on a block. Maybe that's down at the floor. If you're at the floor, peace fingers around the toes. Elbows out to the side and then bring the weight forward. Your legs are engaged, your core is engaged. Shoulders roll up away from the ground. All right, inhale, look and lengthen. Exhale, fingertips under the toes, Padahastasana. You can always do this with bent knees. Exhale, forward fold. All right, inhale, look and lengthen. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale through standing. Great. Inhale, let's come to mountain pose. Press the palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look and lengthen, and this time we're gonna bend the knees, create a connection between the chest and the thighs, and then we're gonna rise into chair pose. Keep your chair, but we're gonna take your arms to a goalpost arms, pressing the shoulder blades together until you get a nice opening in your chest. All right, exhale, forward fold. That should feel good. Inhale, look and lengthen. Move through a vinyasa if it's calling your name. Otherwise, meeting in down dog. Great, let's take your right foot once you get to down dog, extend it into three-legged dog. Exhale, plant the foot up in between the hands. Keep that back heel up, and then we're going to come all the way into our crescent lunge. Stabilize yourself with your core. Bring your hands down behind the back. Interlace the fingers, open up the chest, just like we did on our knees. All right, release the fingers. Let's take a vinyasa right here. Exhale back. Left leg can go high this time. Exhale, plant the foot up in between the hands and come into a crescent lunge on our left. Roll those shoulders back and down. Press the fingertips high. Fingertips can go down behind the back. Interlace the fingers, maybe the opposite interlacing direction. Open up the chest. All right, move through a vinyasa here. Exhale back to down dog. Take a couple of breaths. You can always go down to child's pose if that serves you better. All right. Inhale, take the gaze forward, step, hop, or jump to the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, come through standing. Great. Inhale, back to chair pose. Hold, 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 low core in. All right, cactus the arms, open up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look and lengthen. Exhale, move through a vinyasa. Exhale, down dog. Awesome. All right, inhale, right leg goes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, plant the foot up in between the hands. Inhale, low crescent lunge. This time, we're going to goal post the arms, take the arms to shoulder height, squeeze the shoulder blades together, maybe lift the chin. Still deeply bending through that front knee. All right, now we're going to wrap your right hand underneath your left, come through eagle arms. Get a nice stretch in your upper back, and then lift the elbows. All right, keep the elbows at your chest height, and then we're going to step up to the top of your mat. Exhale, release the arms, shake them out if that feels good, and then we'll go for the other side here. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look and lengthen. Move through a vinyasa to get to your down dog. You're feeling nice and warm with all these vinyasas. All right, left leg goes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, plant the foot up in between the hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. All right, skull pulse the arms. Press the shoulder blades together, chin slightly rises, but we're still deeply bending through that front knee. All right, let's wrap your left arm underneath your right. Lift the elbows. Take that little bit of a back bend and opening in your shoulders. All right, take the elbows to shoulder height. With control, step it forward. Exhale, unlace the hands. Great, so we're gonna keep adding on to that same flow. I know it's warm. Let's inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look and lengthen. Exhale, move through a vinyasa. Exhale, back down dog. Right leg goes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, plant the foot up in between the hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. This time we're just go straight into the eagle arms. Wrap the eagle arms up underneath the the right hand underneath the left. Lift the elbows high. And then we're going to use this to spring forward into a warrior three with eagle arms. Core is key here. So is your drishti. Find a place on the floor to stare at that is not moving. All right, let's slowly let the back foot fall down in a pyramid pose position. Unwrap the arms and then take a double bind behind the back. Exhale, pyramid pose right here. Both of the hips should be pointed towards the front. Back foot is about a 45-degree angle. We're pulling that right hip back. Nice intense stretch into that front leg. With your inhale, elongating the crown of the head towards the toes. And exhale, melting. All right, let's release the hands here. Bring the hands down to the mat to frame the front foot. And this time it could be a very graceful move, but it doesn't have to be. We're gonna sweep that right foot back as we come down onto our triceps into a three-legged dolphin. Perfect position to start your pincha hops. So you might start hopping here. And wherever you are, bring your feet down to the mat. Great. Dolphin pose, 5 breaths. Press through the elbows here. The crown of the head is away from the ground. Great, you get a break. Let's bring the knees wide, toes together. Child's pose. Bring that breath back. All right, let's bring it back up through center. Take the knees in through hip distance apart. And then we'll curl the toes under, lift up into down dog. Great. Let's take our left side this time. Left leg goes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, plant the foot up in between the hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, eagle arms, left hand wraps under. Take that back bend. And maybe this time, we're gonna spring forward, trying for that warrior three. It is okay if you have to take a couple of taps with the toe. Flex through that right foot here. Keep the drishti. Back leg can slowly lower down. Release the arms, maybe the reverse bind of before. On your next exhale, pyramid pose, forward over that front leg. All right, take the hands and frame the front foot, firmly planting them down, shoulder distance apart around that foot. And then we're going to swing the left leg high as we come down onto our forearms, coming into a three-legged dolphin. You might take your hops on this side, noticing the difference that you have between sides. I certainly have a stronger side. Bring both of the feet down to the mat. Find your dolphin. Low core sucks in and walk the feet in as close to your body as you can. Great. Finally, knees can come down. Nice child's pose. And what might feel good now is taking the hands right beside the heels. Let the shoulders roll forward. Slowly getting the breath back. All right, we'll slowly peel the forehead up off of the mat. Bring it forwards into hands and knees, and then we'll curl the toes under and come up into a full plank. Low core is in and tight here. Shoulders down away from the ears, press the chest forward, and the backs of the legs are super engaged as well. Keep yourself stable. Right elbow comes down, and then left arm comes down. All right, let's lift back up into plank. Left elbow comes down, right elbow comes down. Great, slowly lifting back up here. You've got it. And press it back to down dog. Great. Knees can come down to the mat here. We've done a lot of work on our shoulders. If it feels good to your body, take a puppy pose. If your body wants something else, feel free. Alright, let's come up out of your puppy pose. This is when we get to play around a little bit. Have a block. If you have it available, you can have a piece of furniture or the wall available as well. Yeah, let's open up our shoulders just a little bit more. So if you have the wall, you'll do this on the wall. If you have a piece of furniture, just like I have my sofa, you can do this on your sofa. Find whatever feels good or works for you in your space. And we're just going to take a nice lifted puppy dog. All right, bring it back up through center. Great job. All right, let's take a hold of your block. If you don't have a block, you can just place your hands down on your mat. This will help activate the right muscles in your shoulders. So we're going to squeeze our block together with our hands, and then we'll curl the toes under and lift into dolphin. Woo. Now feel that activation through the shoulder blades. So instead of just letting yourself sink forward, you're going to squeeze the block, which activates the shoulders, pressing through the elbows. Low core is in, your core is paramount in your pincha. And holding your blocks here, you might, actually we're going to take a couple of drills, shoulder drills. These are great to do at home. We're going to take the gaze forward, touch the chin to the block, and bring it back. Feel that in your shoulders. That's 2. 3. Woo! And 4. Great. Knees down, child's pose. Those are some really intense exercises. They're great for any time at home if you want to build your shoulder strength, especially if you're working into Pincha. All right, let's come back up. You know where we're going. We're going to squeeze the block together with our hands. That means that your elbows should be about shoulder distance apart. It should be the right distance here. Curl the toes under dolphin. And then lifting, let's start with the right leg here. Lifting the right leg, we'll take a couple of Pincha hops. Great. Bring both of the feet down and maybe try it with your left side. Woo. Awesome. Knees come down. Nice child's pose. Letting the heart rate come back down. I know that trying something new, especially when it's an inversion, can get your heart rate going. As you practice and get used to this, you'll find that your heart kind of gets used to it as well. All right, now, if you do have a piece of furniture, like so, we're going to use it. If you don't, you can continue your Pincha hops. Hop for 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4 hops on each side until your shoulders get tired, and then you can give them a little bit of a break, child's pose, or even just sitting down in Virasana like I am now. If you do have a piece of furniture, even a staircase can work. You'll see. We're going to bring your palms down to the mat, come into a dolphin pose right in front of your furniture, maybe, I don't know, 2 to 3 feet away from your furniture. And then we'll come all the way up here into dolphin. Press through the elbows just like we were doing. Core is in. And this is going to give you a little bit of extra support for your Pincha. So I want you to find the confidence to fall. Falling is a super important lesson of how to find your balance. You don't know how to find balance unless you fall. So we're going to fall, or the goal is to fall forward and catch yourself with your toes so that you'll learn your balance point. All right, I'm going to start with my right foot. Like so. You can even make it into a little bit of a bridge, pressing through the shoulders, and maybe tick-tock it back. Great. That does take a good amount of opening in the shoulders, so if you're not feeling that, you can always work on your shoulder opening, on your Pincha hops. Give yourself a little bit of time here to play around. You can always pause the video and work on it yourself. When you get tired, let yourself rest. And don't forget to do both sides. I know this is a lot of work on the shoulders. As you can tell, I'm working on this as well with you, ladies. Sometimes your weaker side, or what you think is your weaker side, can actually surprise you. Alrighty, come into a nice child's pose with the hands right beside the heels. We'll come into rabbit pose if that feels good. Coming onto the top of the head, lifting the heels, and keeping a hold of the heels with the fingertips. All right, hips to heels. Great job. Let yourself catch your breath here. Shoulders roll forward. All right, let's roll it up onto your heels and then swing your feet forward, however feels good to do that. Great, we're gonna continue into our cool down today. Place the feet on the mat, and then we're going to lift into a simple bridge. Here might be serving you best today, or maybe binding behind the back if you need some extra opening after we did all of that work in the shoulders. Remember to keep your chin away from the chest, back of the neck is long. Alright, hips can come down to the mat. Great. Either staying with that, which is completely fine, feels great for the body, or if you want to come into a bridge pose, wheel pose. Remember, ladies, to press through the shoulders, press it forward. Alright, let's bring it back down to the mat. Knees can come into the chest for a counter stretch. Alright, let's rock forward and back up the spine all the way through seated. Bring the feet out in front of you. And on your exhale, forward fold with a long back. Inhale, look to the toes. Exhale, come through seated. We're going to move straight into your pigeon pose. However you want to get there, I'm going to swing my left foot back and wiggle myself into my pigeon. First, finding upright, making sure your weight is distributed evenly, and then you might come down onto the elbows or hands all the way out. You also have one more option. You might take a twist, so elbow to the outside of the knee. Ooh, this is a deep one. And then you might bring your top hand around to bind, maybe catching the toes. Got it. All right, we'll release the twist. All right, swing the left foot back forward, and we're going to come into a cow face pose, stocking one knee on top of the other, sit up tall, and then we'll take a nice, we'll also take our cow face arms. Left hand goes high over like a tricep stretch, and then the right hand comes back. You can always use a t-shirt or a strap here. Exhale, taking a forward fold. Flat back. All right, release the arms. Now we're going to keep the left knee up, right foot swings back. Pigeon. Equal weight between, and then we'll come down to the elbows or extend all the way out, finding whatever variation you did on the other side. All right, let's untwist if you did. Bring it back up through center, swing that right foot forward. So the right foot's on top. Cow face pose. Right hand goes up, the left hand goes under. Sit up tall, exhale, forward fold. Release the arms here. Bring the bottoms of the feet together. Sit up tall, cobbler's pose A, or Baddha Konasana A. Exhale, forward fold with a flat back. Pressing that chest forward. Bring it back up through center. The legs go out a little bit farther from your body. Interlace the hands up underneath the legs. Frame the foot and then curl the back, head to the feet. All right, inhale back through center. Bring the knees back in. Scoot it down to the back. Take the hands out to goalpost arms, and then we're going to just sway the knees to one side, let yourself melt, and then sway them back through center. Let them melt to the other side. All right, back through center. If it feels good, you can end in happy baby pose, whatever that looks like for you. Alright, and then slowly release the legs down to the mat. Let the knees fall in together, the feet go out wide, the arms can face the ceiling. Make sure that the shoulders are tucked up underneath the body. Letting all the benefits of your practice come into your body here. So feel free to start to bring the awareness to your chest and to your breath. And maybe slowly start to deepen your breath. As you slowly start to deepen the breath here, letting yourself sink down into the mat. Great. Here at the end of your practice, I would love for you to give yourself a little extra space, a little extra love. Feel free to take this time to meditate or just to give yourself a little bit of extra space. Even as the video ends here, you might just let yourself lay down in Shavasana for a couple more minutes. That's the blessing of having your own space. If not, however, feel free to start to move out of your posture, knees to the side, fetal pose. And we'll slowly start to press up to seated. Great. Awesome, ladies. Well, thank you so much for practicing with me this Tuesday. It's been great. I miss you guys a lot. Namaste.